So this is the third spreadsheet that I work on for Eastern Financial Services, and the purpose was to calculate several possible mortgages for a given monthly payment. So it was not so easy, but I was able to figure it out. I went ahead and entered the monthly payment, which is 1750, the annual interest rate, which is 5.75, and the months in the year, which is 12. So the book asks us to enter the loan, which is $250,000, and do an increment of 10,000, which I did in the first two cells. And I went ahead, in order not to copy, to do it manually, I went ahead and just drag it to the bottom in Excel, pick up the sequence, and it was able to fill it out by itself. So the number of years, I did the same thing. I enter 15 and 20, and then I just highlight this first two cells right here, and I just drag it to the age column, and it was able to pick up the sequence. So in D10 right here, the book asks to use the payment function to calculate the monthly payment required to pay the $250,000 loan, which is right here. So I went ahead and I used for the PNT function. I'm going to display it to the side because the sheet is already done, and I don't want to get it messed up. So in order for you to get a positive number, I went ahead and I enter minus PMT before I started that. And in order to get the rate, I went ahead and I enter E5 divided by times the number of months, which is the interest rate, right here. And in order for the interest not to change, the interest rate not to change, I absolute reference. And then I just went ahead and press the dollar sign in front of the E and the dollar sign in front of the 5, which is the row. In order for me to get the number of periods, I want to enter the D9, which is right here, the number of years. And not times this times the times per year, which is 12 months. So that will be E6. But you see, as you can see, the columns change because you have 20, 25, 30, but then the row doesn't change. So I went ahead and I didn't want to absolute reference the D, but I absolute referenced the 9, and I put a dollar sign in front of the 9, and I went ahead and I put the dollar signs in front of the E and the 6 because I didn't want that to change at all. So it has to remain the same, which is the number of years in every single cell, which is 12. In order to get the present value, I press the C10, but as you can see, the C10 right here is this one. I didn't I pressed the absolute reference in front of the C, but not in front of the 10 because I didn't want the C to change at all. But as you can see, the 10 changes all the time, and the 10 turns out to be the row right here. Every row changes, but not the column. I didn't want the column to change at all. So I put the absolute reference in front of the C, and I left the 10. And then I just press OK, and everything came up with no problem. And I went ahead and conditional formate the cells because I wanted to highlight the ones that were less than and greater than the 1750, which is E3 right here. And I just went ahead and fill out the green and the red one. And it was pretty much, it was not so easy, but I was able to figure it out. I read the book back and forth, and I was able just to get the formula. And as what I learned of this was the absolute reference. Cell reference is a cell reference in a spreadsheet application that remains constant even if the shape or size of the spreadsheet is changed or the reference is copied or moved to another cell of the sheet. And thank you very much. I hope you liked my presentation. I did it pretty fast because there was a lot of information and I wanted to get everything through. Thank you.